National anti-corruption strategies and institutions are central to strengthening governance, safeguarding public resources, and maintaining citizens' trust in the state. Corruption undermines economic development, distorts policy decisions, and weakens institutional legitimacy. Effective national responses therefore combine preventive systems, enforcement mechanisms, and public accountability frameworks. A comprehensive strategy typically begins with legal and regulatory reform. Countries establish clear anti bribery laws, asset declaration requirements for public officials, and transparent public procurement rules. International standards also shape national policy design. For example, the United Nations Convention Against Corruption provides a global framework encouraging criminalization of corrupt practices, international cooperation, asset recovery, and preventive governance reforms. Many states align their domestic laws with its provisions to ensure consistency with international norms. Equally important are specialized anti-corruption institutions. These bodies investigate, prevent, and prosecute corruption cases, often operating independently from political authorities. A widely cited model is the Independent Commission Against Corruption in Hong Kong, which integrates investigation, prevention, and public education within a single institutional framework. Its success demonstrates how strong autonomy, professional staffing, and sustained public outreach can significantly reduce systemic corruption. Many countries have established similar agencies. In Pakistan, the National Accountability Bureau investigates financial crimes and abuse of public office. India relies on the Central Vigilance Commission to supervise vigilance administration and promote integrity across government departments. Meanwhile, Singapore maintains strict enforcement through the Corrupt Practices Investigation Bureau, widely recognized for its rigorous investigative authority and low tolerance for misconduct. However, enforcement agencies alone cannot eliminate corruption. Preventive governance mechanisms are equally vital. These include transparent budgeting systems, digital service delivery to reduce discretionary authority, open data initiatives, and merit-based civil service recruitment. When administrative processes become more transparent and rule-bound, opportunities for rent-seeking decline. Public participation and oversight further strengthen national strategies. Civil society organizations, investigative media, and citizen reporting channels help expose wrongdoing and demand accountability. International watchdogs such as Transparency International monitor corruption levels worldwide and encourage governments to adopt stronger integrity systems through benchmarking and advocacy. Finally, international cooperation supports domestic anti-corruption efforts, particularly in recovering illicit financial flows and tracking cross-border transactions. Institutions such as the World Bank assist governments through governance reforms, technical support, and anti-corruption capacity building programs. In conclusion, effective national anti-corruption strategies require an integrated approach combining robust legal frameworks, independent enforcement agencies, transparent administrative systems, and active public oversight. No single institution can eradicate corruption alone. Instead, success depends on sustained political commitment, institutional independence, and a governance culture that prioritizes integrity, accountability, and the rule of law.